Hello, Steve White for Steve Arts 89. Well, it's Halloween. Unfortunately, our lockdown just ended in Victoria a couple of days ago, so I don't think Halloween's really happening this year. I think it was kind of cancelled. Um, and I don't really know of any parties. I certainly haven't been invited to any, but I'm doing my usual Halloween marathon. Normally each year I struggle to watch all 8 films um, in like the night because I only watch them on Halloween. So I normally start after 12 on the 30th, and then so I sort of have 2 nights. But the last 5 or 10 years, I've been struggling because there's always been parties or house parties to go to, and they're usually on Halloween night or nearby. So watching the films and going out's been a struggle. This year, I'm having no problems at all because I have nowhere to go, nothing to do. But I still dressed up because I thought it's Halloween, and I didn't make much effort. I just threw on a costume from last year, which was Slutty Dracula. So just cape, teeth, and outfit. Yeah. So this is my Halloween. This is it. But at least we should have had Halloween Kills. 2 years ago I saw Halloween. It was a big deal. I went to Sydney. I watched the premiere, and I saw Jamie Lee Curtis do several Q&As and stuff, and kind of met her. All she did was basically tell me to wait a minute. And yeah, I was expecting Halloween Kills this year, but like most Halloween fans, I've been disappointed by the fact that it's not happening. It's being put off till 2021, but I would rather get a proper full release than not get one at all. I mean, get like a COVID-19 quarantine sort of half-ass release. So I'd rather it do big business and be put off a year. But we did get a small teaser trailer this year, and it's only about 30 seconds, and it's only about 25 shots. It starts off with a picture of a pumpkin, very Halloweeny. We get 3 shots of the street. We have Jamie Lee Curtis narrating, saying, "Next Halloween, when the sun sets and someone is alone, he kills." And they show Michael's feet walking. They show the ground with the mask. He picks the mask up. We see him smashing a head, Laurie turning. We see a person running from Michael. It says "next" on the screen. We see Nurse Marion, the granddaughter. Halloween appears, and it says, we see the daughter. We see a couple of shots of Lindsay with a flashlight. We see someone loading a gun that says "kills," so it's "next Halloween Kills." We have burned Michael's face in the mask. We see Laurie and the daughter, and a whole crowd of people looking through windows, and Laurie shouts "Michael." We see Tom with a baseball bat in a crowd, and he's got a bit of a belly. He looks really old. I'm like, why didn't they just use the original actor? I thought they didn't use the original actor because he didn't look Hollywood enough. But I don't know why they didn't just use him. We see a grey-haired man grabbed through a window, his head smashed on the wall or the door. We see a black lady with a wine bottle holding it up, screaming. We see someone running in the street. We see a crowd of people near an ambulance, so it looks like there's some sort of Halloween 2 sort of scene at a hospital afterwards. And then we see the granddaughter screaming, and it just says "Halloween Kills, October 15, 2021. So I will be seeing that, but I'll be seeing it on Halloween night. Like I saw Halloween on Halloween night, even though I went to the premiere and the Q&As a few days before that. I actually walked out before the end of the film, so I saw the first half of the film, and then on Halloween night I saw the whole film after. It was a double screening. I was really lucky. On the same cinema screened the original Halloween, and then right afterwards Halloween 2018. So that was my Halloween 2 years ago. And last year I just went to a gay, because the gays, that's what they do. They dress up in slutty costumes. And just use it as an excuse, just like the girls do, to dress up slutty and run around something they wouldn't normally not wear. I might cut that slutty costume out because I don't even know that was a good angle. But yeah, so that's all I've done, and I am just going to watch the film. So part of me is disappointed that there is no real Halloween this year in Australia. I think a few people are doing little things, but there wasn't any time to organise any big events because no one knew if anything was going to be open. So I think there's a few people doing random things. There'll be friends and that doing stuff. Halloween's on the background. I think, is it Halloween 4? Yeah, Halloween 4. I was actually watching Halloween 3 because traditionally I watch... God, so hard to line up. Traditionally I watch Halloween 3 sort of the day before or the day after, or like when I'm doing stuff, just to get it out of the way so I don't feel like I've totally neglected it. And then I watch the others in a marathon. And I have a couple of marathons. I'm really lucky. Some people edited the films together. So I've got Halloween 1 and 2, the TV version, both in widescreen, so you get all the extra footage shot during Halloween 2. And then I normally skip 3. I watch Halloween 4 and 5 and 6, which are all edited together, stopping just before the In Memory of Donald Pleasance, so there's no interruption. Then then H2O and Resurrection, and that's usually where it ends. I usually tend to start getting ready for bed during the internet scenes from Halloween 8, which I really did like, but that's usually what happens. And then after that point, after 10 hours of films, I have to sleep. And I normally never watch the Rob Zombie films because they're not really Halloween. They're kind of good horror movies in a way. They're gory, they're brutal, they're kind of scary. They've got Dee Wallace, for God's sakes, and Daniel Harris, but they're really not Michael. They're really not the Halloween films. The Halloween films were supernatural, and you could kind of enjoy them. They weren't so brutal that you didn't feel traumatized by them, and those films are a bit too much, or were the first time I saw them. I watched them a couple of times on Halloween, but didn't really do it. I don't really do it very often. So, yeah. I guess I'm going to go. There's really nothing else to say, and I'm really late because it's already after 8, and I've got 10 hours of films, and I want to finish watching them before the sun comes up. And then tomorrow I'm going to watch all the special features and documentaries and any interviews for the Halloween Kills or anything that I've found that I can find online. It's sort of my next day, sort of the catch up. If I fall asleep and don't finish all the films, I'll watch them, and the other ones are there's other Halloween films and stuff, like I watched Hocus Pocus earlier and Hubie Halloween earlier, and Lock and Key, which was interesting because I didn't really feel this year, since 2020 has been just one long horror movie, I didn't really feel like watching horror. So I didn't really watch any Halloween last night. I just watched a bit of Halloween 3 and then I watched the rest. I went to sleep watching Halloween 3 and I watched the rest today. So that's my big Halloween. I put on last year's Slutty costume, or 2 years ago's Slutty costume. Last year I just wore a harness and devil horns and went for a friend who wore the same thing. Yeah, so this is my Halloween. Yeah. I guess I should take a proper planned shot of the Slutty costume and then take the other shots out because I don't think they look good. So this is what should have been my Slutty costume insert. So it's just shorts, like hot pants, and a cape, and that's it. So feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Happy Halloween. Bye.